better if you don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, it's Thursday, and I'm Jeff, and I'm here with my dad,
Hi.
Jerry Foote. He pastored here at Grace Church back in the 70s and has been a pastor for multiple decades. And in case you didn't know, but I bet you did you know last Sunday was Father's Day? And so I didn't get to do a Thursday update video leading into Father's Day because I was out of town, and so we're doing it now. And so I had my dad on, and I want to tell you a little bit about him. He was born in 1944 in around the Washington, D.C. area, and grew up in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Mm-hmm. And he has pastored in multiple places. He met my mother, his wife, in college at Trinity in the Chicago area in the 60s, and has blessed a lot of people and done a wonderful thing by being a part of my existence. So I wanted to give you a chance to talk about your dad on Father's Day a couple days later. Tell them about your dad.
Okay. My dad was a great guy. A lot of people thought he was a pastor. He knew a lot about the Bible. His education ended at high school graduation, except he self-educated himself, became a great Bible student and teacher. He was a gentleman, somewhat lazy at times, but
so I come by it honestly? It's genetic?
When he worked hard. And he died young. He was 65 when he passed away.
I remember playing catch with him in the front yard on that summer trip.
Yeah.
When he died.
A couple weeks after he was at our house, yeah. Yep. He'd make the rounds of his 9 children during the summer, staying a little while at each place to get to know the grandkids and stuff. I miss him. He was a godly man, influenced a lot of people. He cared for people no one else noticed because he was looking for those people.
And one of the things he did for a living?
He was a mail carrier.
He's a postman.
Yeah.
I consider that a great profession. I mean, what a noble thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was able to meet a lot of different people and bless them. And
yeah. Well, and in a sense, that's what a pastor does too, delivers messages.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Nice. So I am inheriting a legacy of faith.
Mm-hmm.
And on Mom's side as well.
Yeah.
And that's an important thing. When we celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, and things like that, it's certainly the blessing of being a parent or of having parents. But there's something really special about the legacy of faith in a family, handed down.
My parents always told me from the time I was this high that God doesn't have any grandchildren. That everyone who becomes a child of God does it by their own personal repentance and faith. And so at a very early age, I realized that was the next step for me. But I think there's a lot that families can do to create an environment, to live out the gospel in their lives, to show a growth and transformation and continuous learning, curiosity about knowing God better. And kids can't help but pick that up.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. I have 3 kids of my own, and there's no guarantee that if I raise them in the same house, the same way, that they'll all come out exactly the same passion for the Lord or following Him at the same, even following Him at all. Mm-hmm. That is something between them and the Lord. But to be able to provide the worldview, the safe environment of grace and truth, the types of things that a lot of people in the world don't have as an advantage, can be really beneficial and a blessing. It also, we need to be careful that we don't create the other brother in the prodigal son story.
Well, and parents have a responsibility for their children, and sometimes that leads them into overstructuring their children's lives, not allowing the natural development to happen, and even to come down on sort of setting rules for our household, and that can easily transition into becoming kind of a Pharisee. And I think you and I would have made really good Pharisees, both of us.
Some days I really am a good one.
But I think one of the most important things that families, parents, grandparents can provide is the dispensing of grace.
We have a lot of things going on in the life of the church, and one of the things that was going to be going on next week, now is not going to be going on next week, is a Denver mission trip, because the people we were going to go work with down there didn't deem it safe right now. And so we had to cancel that, but there are other good things going on. We got the 4th of July coming up soon. That's just 2 weeks away. And heading into July, we've got a couple more visiting missionaries that are going to get some time on our stage to talk about. We got my buddy who has a ministry in the Ukraine is going to come and share with us and give us some updates and ways we can partner with that. We still have classes and stuff going on in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday night, we've got James.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the Sunday morning stuff, we've got a couple classes still.
3 classes, one at 8:30 and 2 at 10:15.
So come on out for any of that. I'll be back up in the pulpit this week to talk about 2 Corinthians 9, which is more about giving. And Pastor John set up a great kind of tone for us to talk about that moving forward. So you won't want to miss it.
By the way, in the fall, we're going to make it hard on adults to choose a class. We're going to have so many good choices.
So many good choices.
So many good choices.
We're
It's
going
going
to
to frustrate them. Say, why can't I take more than one? Well, you could, I guess, take 2.
Not at the same time.
No.
We are going to be lousy with good classes, which is one of my favorite adjectives. So, we'll see you Sunday, and until next time, I'm Jeff, you're you.
I'm his dad.
God is God, and he used to read me some of these books over here.